Simulator 19 on Ravenport, and at least for starters here this episode, working on harvesting canola here since last episode. Finished fertilizing all the fields and spraying them for weeds as well. And then fast forward a time here, at least until this field is ripe. I'm not sure if the other field is ready to harvest here or not yet. It probably is not, if I had to guess. Let's see, 24, 25, and 26. The verdict is no, that is not ready to harvest yet. Doesn't need anything, does it? Nope, we're good there. Okay, so, yes, probably, I don't know what, well over halfway done harvesting on this field here. And if you notice, I'm harvesting it the long way, rather than, the short way here. Seems like it's working pretty good. The combine has gotten stuck, I think at least 3 or 4 times now so far on either side of the field. But even going the short way, that'll happen occasionally as well. So I think it's definitely more efficient to do it this way, at least in my opinion anyway. Going the long way, you reduce the number of turns rather than going the short way. That all depends. If we have more trouble going this way, then it's probably not worth it. But so far, it seems like it's working pretty good. This is also the direction I seeded it in as well. So, yeah, seems like we're working pretty good here. And the planter we have definitely speeds up the process. So, speaking of the planter here, we don't need lime on this field. I can't fertilize it either because if you recall, I think I mentioned this last episode, if I fertilize it and then plant it, the fertilizer does not count from the seeder, so I might as well not even fertilize it because that's just, wasted application there. So, where is the case tractor? Here it is. Let's fire this case up and head up there with the seeder then. And what shall we plant here this episode? Oh, let's see what's here. We got wheat in this field coming up. Barley. Shall we do some barley? We haven't done barley in a while. Let's do barley here for a change, I guess. Again, don't really feel like doing any crops that are going to require a whole lot of plowing here at this point. The whole 4-meter plow thing kind of wore off, back, I don't know, probably like episode 1 or so. I think that phenomenon wore off, so hopefully at some point here we'll be able to afford a larger plow. With the money we have, thinking a larger tractor would be nice. So that's probably what we're going to save up for. And then maybe some more fields at that point. And of course, I figured out last episode as well, we can borrow some more money. So I'm not sure that's necessarily the wisest of things to do. But we have, maybe another 300,000 or so I think we can borrow at this point. Of course, that would probably all go towards a larger tractor and purchase a larger tractor. So I'm probably going to try to split that. We're probably going to try to save as much as we can for the larger tractor. And then the money from the loan, maybe we'll put that towards fields. And at least for fields to buy, that is probably an excellent question. 19 just, I don't know, doesn't really hold much interest for me. Looks like way too small of a field. I'm leaning towards, some of the fields out in this neck of the woods here. 6, 12, 13. Oh, what are land prices here again? I think this was like 400,000. Yeah, 438. That's 856. Don't ask me why this is like twice the price of 6. I mean, 6 looks like it's maybe 6 is a little smaller. It's definitely not much smaller. 13, yeah, 13's fairly expensive. 8. What is 8 again? That's like 1.2 million. I mean, if you're going to get field 12 versus field 8, field 12 here, like maybe a third, quarter the size of 8? Might as well save another 400,000 and just buy that field, if you ask me. Also, speaking of last episode there, I should mention as well, had a slight render issue on last episode. Went to upload it, and it's like, wait a minute here, something don't seem quite right. Was missing, I don't know, maybe rendered 5 minutes of the video. And then the rest of the video was nothing but blank screens. So it's like, yeah, that's, exciting video. I'm sure you folks would love to watch, about 20, 25 minutes of a black screen. So I had to re-render that. And, of course, that's the reason last episode, let's see, was episode 19? Yeah, episode 19, that's the reason episode 19 was a little late in being released. Quite a bit late being released. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about here, having issues with them stopping. Which, again, I don't get. Come on, I mean, Giants, really? This has been an ongoing issue, and, how many versions of Farming Simulator now, and you still not figured out how to fix this problem? The hired worker gets to the end of the field. He turns around. You notice he was facing the field here, but he quits. Like, really? The hired worker turns around like he realizes there is more field to do, and then he turns around and is like, nope, I quit. Like, boy, that gets kind of annoying after a while. And of course happens on all fields that are angled like this. Kind of know that, but still, you would think by now Giants could have figured out a way around that, maybe figured out how to fix that. I mean, this is Farming Simulator 19 after all, and it's only been happening, I don't know about 11. It probably happened in 2011 as well, Farming Simulator 2011. But I know it for sure happened in 2013, happened in Farming Simulator 15, happened in Farming Simulator 17, and of course it's happening in 19 here as well. So that's what, 4 versions at least it's happened in. I don't know, maybe you folks that remember 11 more than I do can confirm or deny that it happened in 11, but it probably did. Let's see, we have barley. Yeah, we should be good. Oh, I just realized the fertilizer is ticking down even though I'm not moving. Oh, good to notice. Or good to know, I guess. Make sure we keep moving here, because we just sit there, yeah, waste fertilizer. Well, that seems kind of silly. I'm pretty sure on most planters, when you raise the seeder out of the ground, it kind of stops everything. Guess not in Farming Simulator. Interesting. Anyway, we'll plant a little bit of a headland along here. I don't know if it'll do much good. I didn't last time, and we didn't have a whole lot of issues. But I figure maybe I will this time. What I probably actually should really do is I should plant the headland on the other side of the field here, because that side I did have issues with. Where I plowed the field larger, got some of those pretty good ridges. In fact, you can probably see them from here, that ridge there. This tractor and seeder did not like that ridge. If I had a larger tractor, it'd probably be okay, but this tractor just was not able to pull this seeder up over that ridge. So I had to kind of resort to some trickery there at times to get the tractor to pull it up over the ridge. Either, turning it around and making sure we went down the ridge, or going kind of an angle to it so it could get up over it. Stuff like that, Nothing, serious trickery, but... Oh yeah, gotta love the no-till on this. So much better. Probably won't be so bad tilling either if we had a larger form of cultivator. But at this point, yeah, the 4-meter, like I said, especially the 4-meter power harrow. Oh, ridiculously awful. Not only is it 4 meters, but 6 miles per hour as well. So, yeah. Oh, let's see what's here. That seems like an awful lot to just seed over. So I think we're going to maybe stop with a headland here. I don't know why he's missing so much there, but he is. Oh, probably the railroad tracks. That's probably why. Yeah, it's probably the train tracks. That's probably what's doing it. I think I've sold, what, 3 loads of canola off this field here now so far. And he's probably, well, he's probably not full yet, but we got half a load on the trailer there. So it shouldn't be too much longer, and he'll have another full load, hopefully. Canola is not exactly the best seller here, but it pays okay. Soybeans, I think, is probably the best. Either that or sunflowers. Actually, I have to check here. Sunflowers or soybeans. I'm going to say probably soybeans. Yeah, soybeans, 1,559. Maybe I should be planting soybeans instead. Yeah, well, a little late now. I thought about planting soybeans, but I planted a lot of soybeans already here so far. So it's like, let's do something different here. And I've, said this many times before, and it seems like a lot of people don't believe me. But when it comes to crops and making money off the crops in your field, reality is they pretty much make about the same amount. It doesn't really matter what you plant. Corn, soybeans, sunflowers, canola, wheat, barley. They all are going to make about the same amount. The only difference is you're probably going to have to put a little more work in for wheat or barley just because they're higher yielding, more transporting, more emptying the combine type of thing. They sell for less, but you probably get, twice as much. Never taken the time to figure out the exact numbers, but yeah, something like that. So it's not like you're really going to make that much difference no matter what you plant on these fields. Just everyone likes to say, soybeans are the highest, make the most. Yes, they do per liter, not necessarily what you get off the field, though. And I know someone sent me a chart here a while back. I don't have it right up at the moment, so I can't tell you for sure, but I think someone on that chart, I think, was it corn? Or was it potatoes? Might have been potatoes. I forget which one, based on their figuring, paid the best. So the lowest yielding crop, but pays the best. Well, that's because, yeah, or not lowest yielding, lowest cost, lowest priced crop, but it yields the highest. Okay, we'll just hire a worker here. He should be good to go. And I seen the message. Let's see if we tab. There we go. Tab this way. Combine was, oh, he's not quite full yet. 80% though. And just out of curiosity, I know I paid the loan down here a little bit last time. So I can borrow it back up about 70,000. And then maybe we'll save the, the 250 there or so to put towards fields. Although technically, I guess maybe we need a little more than that for field. Wonder, should we go for a field first or a tractor first here at this point? Really thinking the tractor would be beneficial. Let's see what's here. Watch what this tractor will pull this planter at. I think it can go probably, what, 10, 11 mile an hour here? And he's probably only able to pull at maybe half that speed if I had a guess. Let's see what's here. Seeders. The seeder can go, 11 miles per hour. Doubt this case will pull it that fast. Let's find out here in a minute. I never actually paid that close attention. He's probably okay downhill, but uphill, 5, 6 miles an hour. Like I said, he's pulling it at about half the speed he should be able to. So that's why I'm thinking a larger tractor is definitely got to be our next purchase. So, larger tractor. What should the larger tractor be? I, of course, have one in mind, and everyone can probably figure out which one that one is. But there are, there's the 6R and the 7R as well. And there are other tractor brands in this game here, apparently, besides John Deere. At least that's what I've been told, anyway. Oh, let's see what's there. 7R. See, a 7R only goes up to 7310. That's 310 horsepower. It's only, what, maybe 40 more no, 50 more. 50 more horsepower than what we have now. Which, yeah, that probably would actually make a pretty big difference on pulling that seeder, wouldn't it? Another 50 horsepower. That's, $279,000. Almost $300,000 for that. A T7 series here. That goes up to about the same as the 7R. 315, so that's probably with 315 horsepower. 313, actually. Optum. What does the Optum go up to? 300, 313 as well. What do we got? Yeah, 8R. 8RT. 8RT, that would make an excellent seeding tractor, right? 420 horsepower on that. Wow. I would have suspected a 8370 RT would have been 370, but it says 420. That's 394. Okay, what's it saying the 8R then? Are they boosting the 8R here as well? Oh, yeah. Okay, it looks like they are boosting the 8R. Interesting. An 8245R should be like 245 horsepower here. They're saying 290. I don't know if they're maybe listing the boost numbers there. 295 is 342. So for 325, and this, for those who are watching the multiplayer series here, this is the tractor I purchased on the multiplayer series. I guess we can purchase it here. Nothing wrong with that. 345 up to 394 almost. Wow. Now that's up to 450. Whoa. I didn't realize they went that high. Interesting. Must be using some European horsepower numbers, maybe. Like I said, either that, those are maybe boost numbers. I'm not entirely sure. Again, John Deere 8400R, 8R series tractor. The 400 would indicate 400 horsepower. That would be, should be, as I'm assuming, the base horsepower, though, so they might have like a boost number on that. You know, kind of like you overclock your computers nowadays. You can kind of, they don't really call it overclocking your tractors, but kind of the same concept there. Why is this tractor going so slow? Actually, no, where am I taking this to sell it? I should check. It's been selling at the ranch for the best price. Let's see what's here. 10, 21, 30. The restaurant. Okay, so actually I should be taking this to the restaurant. Definitely taking it to the restaurant. I could be wrong here, but it almost looks like in this game now, when you sell at one place, it affects the price there. It doesn't seem to affect the price as much elsewhere, which, at least in my opinion, is definitely how it should be. At least to some extent, anyway. You know, that's something I always pointed that out in Farming Simulator 17 and previous versions. You know, you sell 100,000 liters of whatever at location X. Guess what? The price goes down at all the locations, not just location X. Like, really? And, you know, and of course, because you're already selling at the highest priced location, you know, the price at the other locations is even worse yet, so seems like they've definitely reworked the selling system here in 19 for the better. Haven't really noticed the sharp decline in prices anymore like we had in 17. Again, I just found 17 to be utterly ridiculous in how it handled prices. And another load of canola coming up for the restaurant. What does a restaurant do with canola? And this much of it, for that matter. A little bit, maybe, but this much canola? Oh, boy. Okay, we'll read a few comments here in a moment. Like I said, last episode, at least at the time I'm recording this, has not been uploaded yet, so there's probably not going to be a whole lot of comments here, but we'll see what we got. Rob was saying I ran into the same problem with filling the fert and seed with those placeables. I found that when I opened the lids on the seeder, it began to work properly. Not as speedy as you'd like, but wasn't forced to use bags. Yes, again, those placeables are just so much easier to use than the whole silly bag system. You know, again, the bags might be okay for smaller seeders and farms, but once you start growing the farm, just a completely unreasonable way of doing it, if you ask me. Jared was asking, when is the next John Deere 2010 video? The next video on the 2010, and I'm assuming you're asking the 2010, because keep in mind 2010 and 2510 are different. I'm not sure when the next video on the 2010 will be. It's whenever I work on it next, which might be until it's warmer outside. I'm not sure. We'll see once. Once we get the 2510, maybe we'll pull that one into the shop and see if we could work on that. Hopefully it's just a simple fix. Getting that one running again. And why did he stop? Did he actually stop over there? He did, didn't he? The question would be why. I think he's on the field here. Or is he not? No, he's not quite on the field, is he? He is a little bit ways from it. Okay. Yeah, same issue we had earlier. He turns around, but he quits once he turns around. It's like, buddy, why did you even turn around? Then just quit once you get to the end there. You did all the work of turning around. You quit? Seriously? Yeah, boy. Hired workers. Gotta hate them. Oh, speaking of hired workers, why did you quit? Got to the end of the field and feel like, you know, nah, I had enough? Oh, I see. A little bit of a ridge there. That's what caught him. I'm assuming. Yeah, that's what did it. Yeah, like I said, this tractor doesn't have quite enough horsepower when it comes to... It's blocked by an object. Must be you, right? Upper C is blocked by an object. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the one issue with plowing this field larger, there's definitely a few areas here that are, shall we say, troublesome. The seeder can't quite get to. Also need to keep an eye on this as well. It looks like when he runs out of fertilizer, he just keeps on seeding and does not put any fertilizer down. I'm going to have to wait and see once if that's what happens this time, or that's what happened last time. Yeah, not that it really mattered, because he wasn't putting down fertilizer in the first place, but... See once here with this field not being fertilized if he quits when he runs out of fertilizer or not. The fertilizer lasted, I think, maybe half as long as the seed did. Which, you know, I find that to be, I don't know, a little bit unreasonable, but oh well, that's the way it was. Kisco team was saying, cool video on repairing the old Craftsman floor jack. Must be cold in the shop. Yeah, it's a little bit chilly out in the shop here this time of year. Though I mentioned this, I think, in one of the shop videos there. We insulated the shop here last spring. That has made a big difference for being able to heat it. Previously, you know, we could throw heat in that building and I think it pretty much left as fast as we put it in there. Now it actually retains heat, and even the little buddy heater and kerosene heater we have warms it up to, you know, a workable temperature in there. It's not what I would call warm, but you can at least work out there without freezing to death. So makes a big difference. And yes, you just plain flat out quit this time. Boy, hired workers tell you. Let's get the bits he missed here a minute. Hunt Gaming was saying, do not cultivate your fields. It will make weeds grow. Well, that's interesting. I've never heard that one before. I'm not sure what difference that makes either, because I did not cultivate my fields here last time. Obviously, I no-tilled, and the weeds still growed, so... Still grew? Yeah, whatever way. I'm not sure what difference cultivating would make. Now, in real life, you might be able to say that a little bit. Oh, didn't even harvest that? Okay. Usually, though, I think, to my knowledge, cultivation is usually a good form of weed control. Why is this not harvesting? Like, why are we just... I mean, this is canola. Why is this no work? That was weird. Ah, okay, there we go. Turn it off. Turn it off, turn it back on again. It always fixes the problem, right? There we go, and got that. And then we'll head back and get this other little bit over here. Actually, there's two little bits over here, isn't there? Really? Again? Nah, it's not even doing anything, is it? Okay, turn it off. See if this works this time. Turn it back on again. Check. Okay, that is weird. Anyone else have an issue with that, where your combine will not harvest a crop and you turn it off, turn it back on again, and it works? Seems kind of odd. As far as combines go, too, a larger combine would be kind of nice as well. But again, and it kind of all comes down to that that important number up in the corner there, that right-hand corner. Yeah, that number kind of dictates what we can do in the game here. And unfortunately, that number never grows quite as fast as I would like it to. But oh well. We are making progress here, that's for sure. And now that we got this, I don't know, called a large field, but funny-shaped large field here, definitely is helping a lot here. We're definitely making a lot more money per harvest here now. We're actually making money harvesting as well. Before, it seemed like we were just getting ourselves out of the hole and then getting ourselves back in the hole again, and now we actually got money. Anyway, everyone, I know it's a little bit shorter episode here, but I'm pretty much just going to let the hired workers run here, so I think we're going to wrap it up here at this point. If you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.